IVF has failed multiple times. They are forcefully injecting it into the egg. Why is it so important to conceive? Why do I keep propagating this again and again? So today, sit down with a pen and paper. Both husband and wife, both of you, sit together. I am about to give you a complete blueprint, a step-by-step blueprint. For what purpose? If you are tired of infertility, if you've tried many places, if you've taken a lot of medicines, you've tried Ayurveda, homeopathy, yoga, everything, but something is still missing. In fact, even after undergoing IVF, you failed because I have many students who have had previous IVF failures. But after following this blueprint for 4 to 6 months, they all successfully conceived. Not just one, not two, not three. I've shared many such cases in my previous video as well. You can see them here too. Conceived at the age of 41. There were previous IVF failure cases and many men whose sperm count was very low or who had some other similar issue. Low morphology, no motility. Everyone is getting results one by one. And it's not just my direct students, those who have joined my courses with me who are getting results. Even those who sincerely follow all my videos on YouTube and Instagram are also seeing results. So then, what's causing the delay? It's just that you don't have a blueprint. You don't know how to bring all these things together in a sequence. What should you do first? What should you do later? And what is missing? Am I against IVF? Absolutely not. I'm not at all against science. IVF is a blessing of science for those couples who simply cannot conceive naturally. But among the people who are going to IVF centers these days, I've seen that 90% of them, in fact, more than 90% are actually capable of conceiving naturally. There is always some deficiency, some kind of blockage, which is why you are not able to succeed. And believe me, friends, you can even check this on Google across the board. Even IVF has a success percentage of only 30%. The success rate of IVF is only between 23 to 30%. Because the shortcomings in your lifestyle, the blockages you've created in your body and mind, until you remove them, you won't achieve success. Let's get started. Sit down with a pen and paper. It's possible that you are already following many of these things, but out of these 8 points, even if just one is missing. If even just one point is missing, it could be that you are not able to train yourself in that area, you are neglecting it, and because of that, your good fortune is being held back just a little. And friends, try to understand one more thing. Why is it so important to conceive naturally? Why do I keep emphasizing again and again that you should try to conceive naturally? Look, in nature, you've probably heard since childhood about survival of the fittest. That's the process of conception. The process of bringing a new life into your womb is just like that. Do you know, in a single ejaculation, millions of sperm are released, millions of them. And out of all those sperm, only one, the true fighter, the true messenger of life force, is able to go and fertilize the egg. So this is the process of natural selection, and if, out of a million, one winner is the one who fertilizes and helps you conceive, just think about the strength that child will have, the endurance that child will possess, the immunity that child will have if it is by the natural process, the one winner out of millions. And if, instead, it is just selected and sorted in a lab and forcibly injected into the egg, then that is already a failure case, my friends. Maybe a child will be born. No one should take these things to heart, but it's something to think about. When this child reproduces, when the next generation comes, what will their immunity be like? What will their genetic strength be like? Genetic strength matters a lot, friends, for the future of your entire family. That's why I say, have a little patience, take some time, and give more priority to conceiving naturally. If IVF has failed 2 or 3 times, then take a break for some time and try listening to what I'm saying. Nothing is going to go wrong in 6 months. But if you conceive naturally within 6 months, it will make a difference to the health and genetic strength of your entire future generation. No one is openly telling you this. Now, let's come to the steps. The very first step out of the 8 steps I'm about to tell you, which I call the Ashtanga of pregnancy or the 8 limbs for conceiving. All these 8 limbs should be present in your life. It's possible that you will be hearing about many of these things for the first time. You might not know about them because I can't go into too much detail here. There's a full 3-month course in which we teach all these things. But don't worry, even if you don't enroll in the course. There are separate videos on each of these components that I am about to mention, so if you put in a little effort. If you look through the playlist or search, you'll find information on all these things, so don't worry at all. For now, make sure you start taking notes. The first limb of Ashtanga for fertility is chanting. You must have heard about yoga. Everyone talks about pranayama. And everyone talks about diet too. Chanting should be your very first limb of Ashtanga. In the morning, write this as number 1. Be sure to note it down in your diary. After waking up in the morning, the first chanting in your chanting routine should be Omkar chanting. How should you do it? In the Nada Anusandhan process, Nada Anusandhan simply doesn't mean just saying Om like that. You have to chant while feeling every sound of Omkar. In this way, the vibration of A will be felt in your heart, near the heart, in the Anahata chakra. The vibration of O will be felt at the throat, in the Vishuddha chakra, and the vibration of Ma will be felt in your brain. For this, you need to sit in Brahma Mudra. There is already a detailed video about this on our channel. I can't explain more than this right now, but your day should start with this. How long should you chant Omkar as the first thing? At least for 3 minutes. You don't need to count how many times you've done it. You have to do this for 3 minutes, so this will be your morning chanting. Now coming to evening chanting, just before going to bed, before bedtime, you can do it after dinner or even while lying in bed. Both husband and wife should do it, Lam chanting and Vam chanting. Lam, why do we do Lam chanting? It's to strengthen your root chakra, right? Strengthening the Muladhara chakra is very important. You should do Lam chanting for 3 minutes, and Vam is for your reproductive chakra, specifically the Swadhisthana chakra. This is the chakra for genesis and pleasure, and this chakra usually has the biggest blockage. There is always some kind of blockage related to this chakra, which is why pregnancy doesn't happen. For that, do Vam chanting VAM Vam. You can see both in the photo. Where your root chakra is and where your Swadhisthana chakra is, you need to focus your attention exactly on those spots and then do 3 minutes of Lam chanting and 3 minutes of Vam chanting. How slowly you should chant and for how long, let's see a demo of this. Take a deep breath and very calmly chant Lam. Just like this, feeling the vibration, chant slowly at this speed for 3 minutes Lam and Vam. This is the minimum necessary chanting. Next comes the second part, which is the second step, breathing. In breathing as well, you will note 2 things, the morning breathing routine and the evening breathing routine. In the morning breathing routine, you will do all the triyas. Look, if I wanted, I could give you 4 or 5 hour-long sessions to explain everything. You must have browsed through many YouTube channels, tried out a lot of them, and then ended up here. This is a small, new channel, but I am going to talk about result-specific things, friends. I am telling you, don't make long, complicated routines that you can't even follow. Everyone is busy. You just need to create a short session of 10 to 12 minutes or a routine of 10 to 12, maybe 15 minutes and follow it religiously. So that's why, in the morning, you should only do kriyas, meaning the fast breathing, the hyperventilating breathing practices. Which kriyas should you do in the morning? You should do Kapalbhati. This is for both males and females. You should do Kapalbhati. 3 sets of 100 counts each, right? 3 sets of 100 counts each. And for all the other things, there are already separate videos. Just go to the description below, I'll give you everything, don't worry. But for now, write it down so you don't miss anything. After Kapalbhati, you'll do doggy breathing. How long should you do doggy breathing for? You'll do doggy breathing continuously for 2 minutes. After doggy breathing, you'll do rabbit breathing, Shashankasana breathing for 1 minute. After that, you'll do the most important thing in the morning routine, Agnishaya Triya. Make sure to put a star mark next to this one. You absolutely must do Agni Shaya Kriya, put a star mark next to it. All the details about how to do it or not do it are given, you can check them later, but I won't explain it right now. Right now, just this blueprint is very important. Follow this blueprint for 3 to 4 months. After Agni Shaya Kriya, you will do Ashwini Kriya. For how long should you do Ashwini Kriya? After doing Agni Shaya Kriya 5 times, you will do 50 counts of Ashwini Kriya. How much time should it take? It should take almost no time at all. The entire morning routine I've described to you, all of it should take you about 12 to 15 minutes. You need to do this religiously. It should never be missing from your life. You've spent a lot of money, a lot of energy has been used up, and a lot of your hope is being wasted. Trying different things here and there won't help if you don't bring these things into a routine religiously. Now let's come to the breathing routine. What should you do in the evening? It's important that you also dedicate 10 to 15 minutes in the evening. And the good news is that this evening breathing routine, we offer you free sessions for it Monday to Friday every day. Every day we have free sessions. My WhatsApp number is given below. If you contact me, you can also join our free sessions. We conduct it every day as a community service. My instructors and I do it together every day from 9:30 to 10 o'clock in the evening, Indian time. So you can directly join that session. But for now, just note down that in the evening you have to do Anulom Vilom. We make you do a lot of things compulsorily, but these are the minimum required things. You have to do Anulom Vilom for at least 7 minutes, minimum 7 minutes, only then will you see results. And then you have to do Bhramari for 2 to 3 minutes. This should be the minimum in your evening breathing routine. So, you've learned the first 2 limbs. The third limb of Ashtanga is movement mobility. Friends, you must have heard in many places that movement is medicine. Exactly right. We have all become lazy across the board. It's very true, it might sound bad, but we have become lazy. The way our body structure is designed for work, the way our hands and feet are structured, the kind of fingers we have, our height, the entire structure of our body, after crossing thousands and thousands of years of evolution, we have reached this point so that we can move our hands and feet and do different kinds of work. But now, we've become completely chair-bound. Whether you talk about businessmen, IT professionals, bank clerks, or even the CEO of a big office, everyone has become completely chair-bound. For 8 or 9 hours a day, we just sit on a chair because of professional reasons. This is the biggest reason for our infertility. Now, go to the villages. Even now, people who work actively, like in cities, those who do labor jobs or any kind of physical work, who are always moving around, who are constantly getting up and sitting down, the percentage among them is very low. The highest percentage of infertility is found among those who do chair-bound jobs. We have seen this over the past 20 years. Among my students, you could say that 80% are IT professionals or people whose jobs involve sitting, so mobility is very important. Go to the gym, do jogging, do running. Do whatever you feel like doing. But at least half an hour a day, you need to sweat it out intensely, and the best way is through asanas and exercise. A holistic approach with a complete schedule of asanas and exercises has been provided, and I will explain that as well. Separate your routine a bit for morning and evening. In the morning, you should do all the dynamic stretches, the exercises known as Vyayam like dand, squats, Hanuman dand, Hindu push-ups, and lots of Surya Namaskar. I've made a whole playlist with many different methods. I've created 12-minute and 15-minute workout challenges for you. Now, if you don't do them, I can't come and make you do it, right? Yes, if you join my live classes, then I make you do it, even scolding you there, unlike how gently I talk here. I don't deal with my students this gently. I am very strict with my students. I scold them, asking, why aren't you doing it? Get up, sit down. Oh, are you ahead already? A lot, sir. You can see for yourself if you ever come to my classes. So that's the way it is. If you want to wake people up, then schedule in the morning all the dynamic stretches, the ones that are a bit more active, a bit more cardio-based, do those exercises. In the evening, you need to set aside at least 10 to 15 minutes separately. Do slow stretches, restorative stretches, which are properly called asanas, hold each posture and sit in it. I've also explained what kind of exercise should be done in the evening. Everything is already set up, you just have to follow it, so that's the third part. Now let's come to the fourth part, food, which is very important. I've made several videos about food as well. Go and watch them. You'll have to put in a little effort yourself. I'm giving you the blueprint, but make sure to pay attention to your food. Seed cycling is very important. Both males and females need to take the essential seeds you know. You'll need to take those seeds. You have to make some changes in your diet. Reduce your oil intake significantly, especially refined oil, and keep this in mind for the next 6 months. For the next 6 months, before I say the next thing, put a 4 or 5-star mask on it. You will not use any processed food. Let it be biscuits, let it be chips, let it be any hell of a thing. Anything that's being made outside your home kitchen. Even if you have to go to a restaurant once or twice a month. Or if you end up at a birthday party. That's fine, but on a regular basis, even no cookies, no biscuits, no ice cream, no cheese, no bread. Strictly no packaged food at all, if this is really your priority. Having a child, becoming parents. To put it plainly, if you give this much priority to something, then you will have to make these sacrifices. A new life is about to come into your home. A new life is about to choose you. If you, as parents, don't have this level of commitment, how will it work? Friends, no processed food and no sugar. That's all from my side. I don't really believe in fancy diet charts because they end up being impractical. People just can't follow them. What is good food? You can watch thousands of dietitians' videos on Google and the internet. Follow anyone you like. No problem. But no sugar, no processed food. Discipline in your food is really important. Fifth, what's the fifth one? Intercourse. Very important. Obviously, if you want to get pregnant, if you want to conceive, you'll have to have intercourse. Don't try to be a scientist about this. Don't try to be a mathematician, counting exactly like, my period was on this date, so 15 days later is that date. You have to do it at this time, which is what doctors will usually tell you, do it at this time. Once a day, no, do it twice, do it 3 times. What the hell? What's this, friends? Are you some kind of machine? Are you a machine or what? No, you shouldn't do it by counting like that. You are not going to take an exam or anything. This whole reproductive system, friends, is actually a pleasurable system, a system of joy, so all you need to think about is that both of you should focus on strengthening your bond with each other. While building your bond, whenever you are in the mood, have intercourse frequently. During this time, I also want to tell you scientifically that when you increase the frequency of intercourse, the amount of feel-good hormones in your body naturally increases. Especially for males, I'll mention that testosterone gets boosted naturally if you increase the frequency of intercourse. I'm not saying you should do it repeatedly every 3 days just because your date is coming up. Don't think like that. Do it at a normal pace. Whenever you are in the mood to have intercourse, that's when you should do it. Don't schedule it exactly like you are about to take an exam. What happens if you don't have intercourse regularly? A lot of hormones in your body will be produced in lower amounts. The truth is, there are many preparatory hormones that keep your mind healthy and increase your semen volume. In the case of women, the hormones that maintain AMH levels will also be produced in lower amounts. And another thing is, if you don't have intercourse frequently, the lubrication on the inner lining of the cervix will also be much less. If there's less lubrication inside the cervix because you rarely have intercourse and you always hesitate thinking what's the point of doing it, if you are not in the mood, that's also a very common problem among couples. I'm telling you openly, it's a common problem. People don't do it not in the mood, they've tried for 3 or 4 years. It's just not happening. Stay in a good mood. It's a 6-month promise. Everything will be fine. The internal lubrication of the cervix keeps decreasing over time. Because of being in a bad mood or due to some hormonal imbalance, it becomes even more difficult for the sperm. Understand that it becomes harder for them to travel inside. If intercourse happens very infrequently, PCOD can increase. You could develop a blockage in your fallopian tubes. A lot of problems will happen because of hormonal changes. If it's due to stress factors, you shouldn't do this. You need to have intercourse frequently. The sixth step is to reduce your screen time. It's very important to cut down on screen time. This has become a major negative blockage in everyone's life. So sir, tell me, everyone says it, but how can we actually reduce it? It's just not getting reduced at all. I'll tell you, everyone faces this. I know you've probably watched a lot of videos about this on the internet before. Now I'll tell you an effective solution for this. Increase the creative power of your body, because your reproductive energy is actually creative energy, your sexuality. That energy, which is pure creativity, is decreasing because you are immersed in someone else's creation. We watch Netflix, we watch reels on YouTube, and we watch other people's videos. Like right now, you are watching my video, so who have you dedicated this time to? This video is my way of expressing creativity. Right? You've become completely immersed in my creativity. Because of my creativity, you've suppressed your own creativity, so you are on the consumer side. Alright, please come to the creative side of yourself. This is the best way to reduce screen addiction, and it's going to have a huge impact on your sexuality. It's going to affect your reproductive health. Come to the creative side. Think about what you really like. What did you love doing the most as a child? What dream, what desire was left unfulfilled? Something that, because of studies, parental pressure, friends, or some situation, you couldn't pursue. Did you like to dance? You wanted to do it. Enroll in a dance class for 6 months. It's okay, nobody in the world really cares. You think, what will people say? Nobody cares. Do you like cooking? Take cooking classes. Start cooking. You like drawing? Get an easel. Start painting. Start doing some small drawings. If you liked gardening, then get into gardening. This is very important, and maybe you are already doing everything else. Only this one thing is missing. Friends, only this one thing is missing. Maybe just by trying this, you will become successful. This is the truth about your Swadhisthana chakra. The reproductive chakra, the second one from the bottom, is blocked because you are not recognizing your own creative self. You've been suppressing it. Pleasure should always come from within you. There should be pleasure in everything in life. Even when you are drinking a glass of water, you should feel pleasure. Even when you go for a walk, you should feel pleasure along the way. Until you awaken your creative self, your creative side, you won't experience pleasure. You must have noticed that creative people, like artists and singers, are always in a cheerful mood. They're always humming, drawing something, or thinking about something. This is your creative self awakening. It's very important. Next, the seventh step, meditation and affirmation, are very important. It's extremely important, even if you are doing everything in life, going to the gym, exercising, and even taking yoga classes by watching YouTube channels. You've even joined a yoga class, and at the end, you just do 2 or 3 minutes of meditation and finish with savasana. That's not real meditation. Give yourself some time. Self-love. Sit with yourself for at least 5 to 10 minutes a day. Just focus on your breath. Concentrate on your breathing. Listen to the sound of your breath. Connect with the universe. I've already explained the method, and not just 1 or 2, but made 5 or 6 videos on this. Follow them how to meditate from the beginner level and along with meditation affirmations. Most people don't even understand what affirmation means. Affirmation is not prayer. It's not a prayer. Praying is not affirmation. That kind of worrying, I wish this would happen to me, that's not affirmation. I wish I could become a father or mother. That's not affirmation. Affirmation means when you sit in a meditative state, calmly, and you actually feel that moment you want, you feel it exactly as you desire. If you want to become a mother, then as you are feeling it, imagine yourself in that state. Go into that future where you have already become a mother. Feel your child. Imagine you are holding your toddler, cradling them in your arms, loving them, kissing them. You are feeling their smell, feeling their texture, and experiencing it all very clearly. That is affirmation. You have to think about this every day, feel it every day, as if your child is already here. What will that time, that moment be like? When you talk to your child, what will that moment feel like? When you hear your child's voice, what will that moment be like? When you play with them, the whole house will be filled with their laughter. That is affirmation. This should be a part of your daily life. And last but not least, your sleep. Yes, the most important thing is sleep. No matter what happens, friends, you need to sleep at least 6 to 7 hours a day. I'm not going to say otherwise. Getting 8 to 9 hours isn't always possible. In fact, being a yoga instructor, even for me, it's not possible to sleep 8 hours daily. With today's lifestyle, it becomes really difficult. But even if you sleep just 6 hours, if you are also doing pranayam, meditating, practicing affirmations, and doing the right kriya, then 6 to 7 hours of sleep is more than enough. It will keep you fit and you won't get any illnesses. Your fertility journey will get a significant boost very quickly. Friends, the video got a bit long because the topic itself was like that. If you've come to this video after wandering around a lot, then follow this blueprint. All 8 of these things should be a part of your lifestyle. Don't decide on your own what's important and what's not. Don't think that this thing wasn't important. No friends, what I'm telling you comes from 20 years of experience. I'm a retired Air Force coach with 20 years of service to the nation and in the Air Force, and I was only a fitness coach there as well. There too, I was a yoga trainer, so I have many years of experience, and currently I am one of India's most successful fertility yoga coaches. You can also check out my Instagram channel. Millions of followers have benefited from it. So what I am saying it with both authenticity and authority. I am speaking with your confidence. All 8 of these things should be part of your lifestyle. You'll have to put in a little effort. You'll need to make a checklist. You'll have to take it off every day. See which ones you are able to follow and which ones you are not. Then, within 4 to 6 months, good news will come to your home. Good news is bound to come. If you are still confused, if you still need help, then feel free to consult. My WhatsApp number is given below. Feel free to join my live classes where I'll teach you strictly, even scold you if needed, and make sure you learn how to improve, how to change your habits, and how to align yourself with this Ashtanga. Myself, Guru Malhan. I hope today's video will add value to your life. If you found it helpful or learned something new, please like this video and share it with those couples who have been trying for a long time. It's really heartbreaking when, after so many days of effort, one IVF attempt after another keeps failing. Please just help us this much. We'll take care of the rest. Thank you very much for being with us. We'll meet again very soon with another topic on childbirth.